Alright guys, so welcome back to the video. This is part 2 of the VP house. We're just going to get straight into it. So in the last video we did all of the grounds. We had the little layout. We had all this kind of laid out and set up for you guys. So in this video we're just going to go straight into it. So you got your front doorway. It's going to go up by 4, just like this. Actually go one more up, so it's gonna kind of look like this, right? So next we're actually gonna take this out. Gonna go with our window seals here. You're gonna grab some tainted glass. So you're gonna go to glass, you're gonna grab some tainted glass. Oops, not there. And then you're gonna fill this in real quick. You're gonna have two little separation here. You're gonna have your tinted glass, you're gonna have that green wool, and we're gonna have that white wool. Or, well, white concrete, but you know what I mean. Fill this in with white concrete. So, working our way to the left, we're gonna actually skip 2 here. So we're gonna go up, and then we're gonna have another window seal right here. Just like that. Grab your tainted glass, tinted glass, and you're going to work your way towards the left. So we're going to put a glass here, we're going to put another wall right here, we're going to go boom, boom, and take this wall out, and we're going to go just like that, right? So you're going to have your front doorway just like this. You are going to skip 2, window, skip 2, window. If I did that correctly. Actually, you don't have this here. It's gonna be like this, guys. My apologies. I'm trying not to make too many mistakes for you guys on video, so it smooths a little bit quicker. But it's going to look like this. You're going to have this kind of diorite pillar that goes up. We're not going to worry about that right away. So don't kind of worry about it too much. So yeah. Alrighty. So now we're going to go to this wall right here. We're going to basically skip 2. So we're going to go up like this. Then we're going to have a singular window seal instead of our normal doubles. We're going to go our 2. We're going to go 1. We're going to have a single, and then, oops, my bad. We're going to have a single, and then double, and then a single, and then you have a wall here. So it's going to go up like this. So for you guys that are wondering how tall the wall is, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it goes 6 up. And you just go 3 for this window seals, drag it across. You get this 2 little divider here. And it's going to be just like this. Alrighty? So now you got your front little window side on this. We're just going to keep going up. So it makes things kind of a little bit easier for you guys. You guys don't have to take too much of a break going into it. So what you're going to do is we're going to go back to our front door over here, right? And we're going to do a 3. So we're going to go one more layer. So we're going to add a layer of a 3 gap in between the windows. So we're going to create this little 3 gap. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a nice window seal up here, which this time is going to be a 4. It's going to go 4 up. And it's going to go up, and it's going to be 1 across. So we're going to have that 1 across, and it's going to go like that. You're going to fill this in with the tinted glass. And this will be the start of that second story. Your overhang is going to be right in this area. We'll do that more towards the later part of the video. So don't really kind of worry about it too much. What you can do is you can drag this up just so you guys have it. So it's basically the same thing at the bottom story. This one's going to be a 3 like the usual. You have your two-step right here, so boom. You'll have this going up. And you're gonna have tinted glass just like this. Like I said, guys, don't worry about it too much. Just to kind of give you guys reference, you're gonna have a little stone piece like this, and it's gonna be basically a diorite wall that goes down like this. So don't kind of worry about it too much. I'll just place that here. If you guys want to put that in there, that's basically the way it's gonna look. Trust me, there's gonna be a little trim to the house. You guys will see it over there. There's a little method to my madness, so just bear with me. But yeah, so to keep going, so once you have this little pillar here, you're going to keep going over and you're going to keep working your way towards the side, just like that. And what basically you have at the bottom is going to go on top, right? So if you guys really want to focus on the roof for right now, and you guys want to get a little ahead of yourselves, just place some stone in these corners so that you guys have that. You're gonna have some stone here and a stone here. It's gonna be in between those things. But basically you're gonna fill in the window just like you did down there. You're gonna copy and paste that pretty much to the top. So you're gonna drag this across. You're gonna have window, window, just like that. Oops. So just like that, it's going to look kind of like this. This is going to be the front side of your house. If you guys want to get a little ahead of yourself, you're going to get your diorite wall. You're going to bring that down. You get your diorite wall. It's going to go up right here, and of course right here on this corner. So that's how it's going to basically look for right now. If, like I said, you guys want to get a little ahead of yourself, that's cool. Just try not to go too far, because it'd be kind of tougher in the later on. Alright, so once you get to this side of the house, it's basically going to be similar to how you guys have it laid out over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to drag this all the way up to the top. We're going to drag this over, and we're going to make it to this little garage point. So this is going to be where the house kind of separates from the garage, and you guys will kind of see what I mean by this when, you know, as the video kind of goes on. So just kind of bear with me. So like I said, if you want to get ahead of yourself, you go stone, you're going to drag this down, and then you're going to have a stone slab in this corner. I might as well just put this in there for you guys, so that if you guys want to get ahead of yourselves, you guys can, but well, it'll be easier to wait. So you're going to have a window like this, and you're going to skip it with 3, and you're going to go window, 3, and then of course a window with this going down. So you're going to have a window just like this. And just so you guys know, I am using green wool for these window shades. It's kind of like a, I don't know what the correct term for it is, but they're just kind of little shaders, I guess. They're like little window seals. Makes it a little bit more fancier for you guys. So, like I said, you go 3, you're going to skip, and you're going to line it up just like you did at the bottom, just like that. Take this, you're going to fill this in. And just like we did on the other side, so if you guys want to get ahead of yourself, you grab yourself a stone, you're going to place it in the individual pillars here, and of course right here on this corner, and you're going to take your diorite wall, you're going to drag it all the way down. So that's the reason why we skipped that block earlier, by the way. So you're going to take it, it's going to go all the way up, just like that. So if you want to get ahead of yourself, there you go. So I'm going to set up those pillars ahead of time. Totally up to you, but yeah. So for the garage part, this is where, I mean, it kind of gets a little tricky, but it'd be easier for me to just show you this to you guys first. I'm just gonna clear this out real quick. Grab some black concrete, drag this in a little bit. You guys don't necessarily have to do this. I just do it because you're gonna do the interior hopefully later. We'll do a separate interior video. Yeah. So basically with your garage, it's gonna go one in, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna go up, you're gonna grab some quartz pillar, some pillar quartz block, and you're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once you guys have that 5, you're gonna drag this across, and that's gonna create that little garage for you guys. So just like that, you're gonna drag this across, across, across. You're gonna go up top until you get to this point. Once you guys get to this point, you're gonna grab your tinted glass. You're gonna go 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And that's going to create your little garage door. There is method to my madness, trust me. I know it seems kind of weary for you guys, but yeah. Alright guys, so this is where it's going to get a little bit trickier. So what you're going to do is you're going to drag this across, and what you're going to do is you're going to have this little part right here. You're going to line this door frame right here to your basement. You're going to go 3 and 3 just like this. But this is where the part that it kind of gets a little trickier. It's going to go up by 1 just like this. It seems a little funky, it seems a little kind of weird, I know, but trust me, with the way that the interior works, it's kind of like an elevated spot. The garage is just kind of an extension to the house. So kind of don't really have to focus on it too much, because like I said, it is an extension to the house. If you guys really wanted to think about it, I'll show you guys real quick. Alright, so if you guys really want to kind of think about it crazy, I mean, it's literally a box. You're going to have like a staircase that kind of goes back into the house here. But this wall, you guys can literally fill it in. You're basically just meeting this corner with this corner. So you take this corner, you're going to drag it out until you meet it with this wall right here. Like I said, guys, it's nothing really too crazy. It's just kind of how the house works. So you don't really have to kind of stress about it too much if you guys really want to put some thought into it, because there is going to be a roof here. I mean, I could start the roof, but it'd be kind of weird for you guys to kind of think about. So if you guys really want to do this, basically it's the same concept as the side of the house over here. It's going to go up, you know, to meet this right here, and you're going to have your green wool. Your wall is going to go 4 in, so 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to go 1, 2, 3. You're going to have a smaller window seal here. It's just going to be a 2 instead of a 3. Then you're going to skip 2, and then you're going to have a window seal right here. So if you guys want to think about it too crazy, it's just kind of how the house works. The garage is more of like an extension to the house. So it does line up, but it kind of gets a little freaky and goofy. So I just figured that I'd show you guys how it is. Just kind of show you guys how it looks like right now, so that you guys don't really kind of get too freaked out about it later. But that's basically how it is. You're gonna drag this wall in, and that's just where the house meets. Because the garage and then this section of the house is kind of like more of an extension. So just, you know, try not to kind of overthink it too much. I'll go more into depth as we continue, but just kind of don't stress about it too much. Alright, so when you get to this part once more, right, we're going to get to this corner, and we're going to take a 2 right here, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go boom, boom, boom. So it's kind of a weird design, but it's kind of like a double window that's like right next to each other. So just like this, and it's gonna kind of it's gonna look basically just like this. right? You're going to take this wall in just like that. This wall is going to go up by 4. Yeah. So then you're going to take this across, and it's going to leave you with this kind of like a setup right here. So don't kind of freak out about it too much. You know you're doing it right. If this kind of is a little bit up. So what's going to happen here is you're going to have a white concrete, up just like this. You're going to have a 3, and then basically this is where it kind of gets a little goofy. It goes up by 1 right here. That's just kind of how the roof works. So it looks like this. When we do the roof later, you guys will kind of see how it looks. Right now it kind of looks a little funny. I don't understand why it kind of looks so funny. But, yeah. So it actually goes down like that. So it's going to stick out kind of like this. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Alright, sorry guys for the misconfusion. Looks like someone broke a little piece off the building. But basically it goes like this, guys. I mean, it's pretty simple. Not too crazy, but this kind of corner goes like this. And this actually goes down like 1. So it goes like this, comes across, kind of lays it out like this. You're going to have some stone here, but I recommend you just fill it in like that, so it doesn't kind of get too crazy. And then just like in the front, you're going to grab that diorite wall. You're going to have your little pillars here. So nothing kind of too intense. Don't really kind of overthink about it. That was my fault. I thought I made a mistake real quick, but it turns out I didn't, so cool beans. So when you get to this part, you're going to go up by 3. So you're going to have this right here. You're going to add 1 more. We're going to make it 4. And you're going to have this kind of piece right here. So in my build, I did a dark oak with dark doors, or dark oak doors. So you're going to go dark oak doors like that, and then your door to kind of create like that. Same thing over here, dark oak stairs. And it's going to look like this. So if it looks like that, you're doing something right. I'm going to switch it back to day, and we're going to keep going, so that we can kind of get the most done in this part of the video. So on this side, it's going to be pretty basic. You're going to go in by, I believe, 3, and it's going to create your window seal right here, just like that. You're going to take this across, just like that. You're going to grab your tinted glass, and boom, you're going to have your little window seal right here. Then you're going to come over here to the side. You're going to have nothing on this wall. So this wall is just going to be filled in like this, right? This is going to go up. This is where you're going to start getting that point where it connects towards the house. If I remember correctly, yeah. So this is going to go like this. And this is where this kind of starts to stick up a little bit. And this is the part of the house that kind of keeps going. So I'm going to put our tinted glass right here. This wall is plain until you get towards the upper parts of the house. So what you're going to do is from the bottom, it's going to go up by, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If you guys are doing it right, it should line up with this over here. So it should be 3 up from this window seal. If you're doing it right, it should be 3 up from that window seal. And it's basically going to create this kind of corner window here. You're going to have this corner window right there to create this little corner piece of the house. But as we build the roof and we kind of get into that, you guys will see kind of where this kind of gets a little funky. So yeah. But we're just going to take quick little seconds. Yeah, so it does go up by 3. Sorry. Anyways, so what you're guys gonna do is you're gonna drag this up. This corner piece is gonna go. This is gonna go all the way up to the top, but it's gonna be unfortunately cut off right here. So we're gonna take this up, and basically the rough height, guys, is you get this window seal, you go up by 3. That's where that marker is. So what you're gonna do is you're just creating another little window seal right here. So you're gonna go bang bang, just like that. So when you get this piece, so this is where it kind of gets a little funky. We're gonna do this wall first before I do the little upper part. So you're gonna go down here. It's gonna be 2. So it's gonna go bang bang. So it's gonna go 1, a double, and then a 1. So it's gonna go like this. Just like this. So if you have this going on, this is what you guys want. But this is the part that kind of gets a little weird. It's going to go in just like that. If you guys want like a rough little estimate, you can take that all the way up. But basically you're going to take the little 2 window seal right here. You're going to go double. So it's kind of like you're making a little square. So it's going to go 2 from the top. So your window seal is going to be right here. And you're basically just making kind of like a double square around the window. Just like that. So it looks a little funky. I know, trust me guys, just bear with me. But it's going to look like this. Right? You're going to have a little seal on the window, so just don't worry about it too much. We'll go back when we do like the kind of the layer of the roof and all that kind of stuff. We'll get into it a little bit further. But to continue, you're going to get to this little side of the wall. You're going to get to this corner. You're going to go up right here. You're going to add your 2, your little window right here. Right? You're going to take this, you're going to go across, and you're going to go up. So you're going to have this little window seal. You go tinted glass, and it's going to look just like this. And what you're going to do is you're going to grab this wall here, and you're going to go 2 out like this. So it creates kind of this little wall shape right here. And it's just basically going to look like that. You're going to drag this up, because this is where you start to create that kind of awning, if that makes sense to you guys. The little kind of curvy part of the house. It looks a little goofy, I know, but just kind of bear with me. This wall you can go completely up. We're not going to go completely up because I don't want to kind of confuse you guys just quite yet. So you're just going to go up like this, right? And you're just going to work your way around the house. So you're going to get this 3, and then you go 2, and then you go 3, to create a little corner piece right here, just like that. Then you're going to keep going. You're going to have a 1, and you're going to have a 3, just like this. You're going to have a 1, 3. If I think on this corner, nope, you do not have this on this corner. So it's a pretty, weird part is that there's a random kind of green spot. I guess that was a windowsill that I took out, but I just left in. So it's going to kind of just look like this. Actually, no. Looks like this. Yeah, just like that, guys. So it's basically going to create this little piece. So now that you have the kind of first floor done, this is going to be like your entrance to the backyard, your swimming pool. So if you guys want to put that ahead of time, that's what it's basically going to look like. So this is like the first floor of the house done. We're going to keep going, but I think we already ran out of time on this part. So we're going to take it to a part 3. So if you guys stay tuned, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. so that we can produce more tutorials for you guys. Leave me a comment what you guys think so far, and if you guys want to do the landscaping, the pool, and all that kind of stuff, the rest of the lawn in a future video, maybe a part 4 or part 5. Just let me know. We can definitely do like an interior. We can do the grounds and all that stuff if you like. If you guys want in a future video. But without further ado, I'll see you guys in part 3, and we'll pick it up from there. See ya. Alright guys, welcome back to the VP house tutorial. So we've gotten this far in the video. Seems a little bit crazy, a little bit hectic. If any point you guys kind of feel like I'm rushing a little bit too much, just feel free to slow down the video at all if you guys want, or if you guys need to. So just kind of feel that I'm not really trying to rush you guys too much. If you guys feel like you are rushed, just kind of pause the video or just take your time. Completely up to you, but we're gonna keep going. So in this part, we're gonna go and create the kind of second floor to this side, so that way we can start doing the roof and all that stuff. To create that for you guys, so what you're basically gonna do is when you get to this part, you're basically gonna go in from here, and what should happen is that it should line up with this kind of am I missing something here? Okay, I was not tripping. Maybe I was. Okay. So before I confuse myself here, so basically this is going to go up by 3. You're going to have a little window seal right here on this corner, and it's going to go up by, actually it's a 4. So it's going to go up like this and leave it like this, right? This is going to go all the way up, all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. But this is where it kind of gets goofy, right? So when we get to this part, this is actually where it kind of starts to differ a little bit. So instead of doing this 1, you're actually going to go up from here, and you're going to create a little 2 spot, if I'm correct. Oh no, it's a 3. So you're going to go up and you're going to create this little 3 right here. And if you do it right, it's going to create this little pocket, just like this. It's going to create a little pocket like that, right? So just to kind of recap, you're going to go up, and then you're going to have your 2, 1, 2, and when you get to this part, you're going to do a 3, and then you're going to go, well, a 3 on the inside. It's going to kind of look like this, right? So once you get to this part, you're going to put this up by 1, right? You're going to create a nice little window seal right here on this little spot. You'll know that if you did it right is this should line up at the top of this. So that's all that's going to go on this wall, so you're just going to fill this in. And it's going to go just like yeah. Yep, just like that. Coolio. I don't know why something feels off here, guys. So give me 1 second to double check. Alright guys, so I actually figured out my mistake. So what happened is so this window, it goes up by 4 instead of 3. So you're just going to add an extra layer to this. So you're going to take that by that. And what you're going to do is just go up by 1. I know it sounds silly, but you're basically just going to go up by 1. Seemed a little off. I knew something was different. I couldn't really put my finger on it, so I apologize for that. But it's going to look like this. So once you move everything up, you're going to move this up by 1, just like the rest of it. And you'll create this nice little 2 gap, and it should line up with this window, just like that. And that's going to basically be the kind of second story of this part, if you guys want to fill this in, you guys can. Totally up to you, but kind of your preference. I'll leave that more towards the interior of the house, so kind of nothing to kind of really focus on for at the moment. But like I said, totally up to you if you guys want to do that right now. But without further ado, we're going to keep going on the second part over here. So this is actually going to go all the way up. And what you're going to notice is you have a nice little 3 gap on all of this. So 3 all the way up. So just like you did at the front of the house, you should have like a 3 gap that goes all the way around. So when you get to this part, you're basically just mirroring the bottom. So it's going to go 3. Just like this. Actually floor. So you're going to just go like this, and you're going to mimic the bottom, but only on this time at the top you're doing a 4 tall window. So just kind of keep that in mind when you're doing this. It's going to be 4 tall. And then once you get to this kind of side over here, it's just kind of a decorative piece that I guess I put this in here for. But you're going to put that wall in like that, and basically you got this little green guy right here that I kind of just put in there for decoration because it kind of was like an empty wall part. So it was just kind of funky. But basically that's pretty much the kind of wall setup that you guys can expect going for the house. Nothing kind of too crazy. If you guys really want to keep going and kind of get creative, we're actually going to connect this back part over here. So when you get to this wall over here, you're going to actually go in like this. So you're going to grab this, you're going to go in by 2, and then you're going to go a 1, and then you're going to go a 2 like this, and that's basically going to create this wall here that's going to go across. But the difference is that what lines up over here isn't going to line up over here. So this is where you actually create this kind of a window seal right here. Just like this. And it's just going to go across just like that, guys. Seems a little kind of weird. Don't kind of think about it too much. It's going to go down just like this. Nothing kind of too crazy. If you guys really want to think about it, I mean, it's not too much. It's a little different from the usual, but yeah. You're going to fill this in. Basically, you're going to just line up with this wall. You're going to take this down to here, and you're going to take this down just like this. I don't think this plays a part into the interior, so I'll just double check real quick. Yeah, so it just sits above the house. So I wouldn't really focus on kind of dragging all the way down. It's just going to sit like that. Yeah. So the upper part we're going to leave for the roof. So when we start doing the roof, I'll do the kind of upper section part of this kind of the tutorial. Because there's a little balcony here and an upper part right here, including that side and that side. So we're not going to do that right off the bat. We're going to do the bottom roof here, the bottom roof and the kind of awning and all that stuff, and then we'll go to the upper part of the house. All right, so to start off the roof, I'm going to just clear my little hot bar here. And what you're going to do is you're going to grab some stone slabs, some cobblestone slabs. Oops, I thought I cleared my inventory. Oops. Sorry, you're going to grab some stone slabs, some cobblestone slabs, and some cobblestone stairs. You guys will also need some stone block, and we'll just grab some cobblestone in case. But what you're basically going to do is on all of the parts of the house, we have this nice little stone outline that basically just kind of goes around just like this. When you get to here, it's going to go up like that, and it's going to go across. This goes on pretty much all of the house. I'm not going to get too far. We're just going to stay in this area first. so that we can kind of get that going. But what you're firstly gonna do is you're gonna grab, actually, I don't even think you need the stairs. What you're gonna do is you're gonna grab your cobblestone slab, and we'll just put a cobblestone there real quick. You're gonna grab your cobblestone slabs and you're gonna just drag this around until you get to this part. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab your cobblestone, you're gonna drag it down just like that so it meets up. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab your slabs once more and you're just gonna fill the rest of this in. You'll basically get it to look like this. So that's what it should look like after you guys complete that part. So once you get over to this part of the house, this is where it kind of gets a little bit trickier. Don't get kind of discouraged. This kind of stuff usually takes me a long time to kind of figure out myself. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab our cobblestone and we're gonna drag it to this point right here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to grab our cobblestone slab and we're going to take it around until we get to here. This part of the roof is like its own little separate entity, if you guys want to kind of consider it like that. It's kind of a weird spot, so don't kind of worry about it too much. It'll kind of solve itself. But yeah, it basically is its own little kind of piece there, so I wouldn't really worry about it too much. Kind of looks like this. It doesn't. Yeah, there's 3 in. Anyway, so you're gonna grab your cobblestone once again. You're gonna come around and you're gonna snake this guy all the way through until you get to this point, right? So it should be creating this little part right here. So we're gonna come back over here. And what's basically going to get created is you guys are going to go like this. You're going to take your cobblestone around. And, sorry, I'm just expanding my field of view here so that I can make sure that I get it right for you guys. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to grab a cobblestone and we're going to place it right over this like pillar here. Right? So you're going to go just like this. And you're going to have a cobblestone guy right here. It's going to go across. It's going to line up with this other pillar. But once you get to this pillar, it's going to go out by 1. And it's going to create this weird, like, pyramid guy. So it's kind of weird, like I said. But you're basically going to create this little pyramid dude. It's going to kind of look like this. Let me just kind of double check. So, yeah, it basically comes out, and it's like a 3. So it's going to come out like this. Nope. Right the first time. Actually, not even like that either. But you can leave that part. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab our cobblestone stair, and it's going to just go like that, I think. Let me just double check for you guys. Should be. Yeah, should be like this. So you're gonna grab it like this. It's gonna go around. It'll look something like this. And you're gonna get your slab. And you're gonna fill in this part right here. So it's kind of this like weird shaped kind of doohickey part of the house. Don't kind of stress about it too much. It looks a little weird for right now, but it'll kind of fix itself. So, but let me just double check for you guys. All right, guys. So I should just probably have ignored that part for the time being. So I'm just gonna, we're gonna destroy this real quick. Because if I try to do this right now, it's going to kind of mess us up, and I don't want to mess you guys up already. But it actually was a 2. It kind of looks like this. So basically when you get to this part, it's gonna go like that, and just like we did earlier, you're gonna create that little stone piece that goes down, and it's gonna recover just like this. So this is gonna go all the way across, all the way around. Just like this. When you get to here, this is when it's gonna go up. Or my apologies, guys. I hate to do this to you guys. Okay, so you're gonna put a stone piece right here. You're gonna put another stone piece right here, and it's gonna go in with a stone piece like this, and then it's gonna go out and over like that. So it looks kind of like this. You're gonna grab your stairs, and you're gonna do it like this, around. This will kind of help it meet up back with our original kind of layout here. And kind of the whole thing that we're kind of creating in this little weirdness of shape is you're pretty much forming like a snake-like pattern that goes all the way around. So as long as you're kind of connecting it kind of like this, you're doing something right. So don't kind of get discouraged too much. That's what it should look like, even though it looks kind of weird for the time being. So just kind of trust the process. Why is this off? My goodness, guys. We're all over the place today. Okay. That is super weird. Super weird. Hold on, guys. Alright, guys, so I apologize. It looks like I made one more oopsie. I know that you guys are tired of me making oopsies. Trust me, I'm not trying to do that to you guys in this video. I'm trying to make it most efficient. But you're going to basically adding this extra part. So this window seal is going to go out by 3. And then you're going to have that 2 and then the 1 again. So it's going to go 2 and then 1. So it's going to look kind of like that. 1. If not, I have to recheck my math, but I'm pretty sure that's correct. Because this moves over by 1. I'm just going to destroy this real quick. Let me just double check my math here real quick, guys. 1 second. Alright, guys. So, just like I said earlier, this part always is kind of the trickiest part. So I actually made a mistake. So just like I just showed you guys in the last clip, we basically, it's supposed to be 4 off from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it's supposed to be the window seal. So we're just gonna fix that real quick, guys. I really am sorry for kind of a miscalculation for you guys. But basically that moves over just like this, and what's going to create here is a 2 pocket right here. It's going to go bang, 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 bang. Yeah, just like that. Sorry. So now that you have this, it's going to look like this. So if you have that, then you're doing something right. Yeah, so don't kind of stress out about it too much. I was definitely stressing out for you guys there for a second. This is going to go up by 2. If you guys move that here, that's going to stick up a little piece. Like I said, we're not going to worry about that right now. I just want to make sure that you guys get the roof done first. So back to the roof, we're going to go with our stone slab here. And it's, like I said, it's just going to snake around just like this and kind of connect back over here to this this piece here. Actually, no, it's not. What? Mess up here? Did I? No, I'm just kidding. No, I didn't mess up. This actually goes here. I'm actually just gonna do this right now, guys, because this is kind of throwing me off. It keeps throwing me off. So this just goes around just like this, and then you're gonna get your cobblestone. You're gonna fill in, and you're gonna grab your slabs, and it's gonna look like that. So just to kind of knock that out of the way, that keeps kind of messing with me, and I don't really like that. So this is gonna connect back over here. This is going to get filled in with some slabs. Something's not adding up. Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry guys. So this is going to go like this. The slab's going to go over here. And it's going to go around. And you're going to grab the cobblestone. It's going to go like this. So if you have that, you're doing it right. I apologize. I keep messing up, guys. Like I said, this kind of stuff gets really tricky sometimes, so you kind of just have to be on the where for it. It's a little tricky sometimes. So this part is going to go down like this. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then you go down, and then you're going to go 4 until you meet up at that point. And then you're going to fill these two in. Right? So you're going to have it just like this. All the way across. Leave. Yes. So it should go 3 just like that. Just like this. So before we kind of get too crazy into this, right? So you're gonna have a cobblestone that goes all the way down. Cobblestone, so you're going to go stair, slab, slab, cobblestone. Right? So you got this layer, but then it looks like this. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's going to go down until we meet again with this part over here. So now we have to catch up with this part. So across, down. This out this. So like I said, you guys are basically just stacking layers, so you guys know that you're doing it right is when those kind of layers come together. So if it kind of looks funky, don't worry about it too much. There's going to be 2 slabs here. So cobblestone, you're going to create a little shape like this. If you guys have this shape, you guys are doing it right, trust me. I know I've made a couple oopsies so far, so that's on me. I'm not trying to make too many mistakes for you guys. So once you create this little piece, grab it, across, grab the cobblestone, this goes across more until it meets there. Then you're gonna grab your slabs, it's gonna meet there. And then what you guys are gonna do is you're basically just gonna keep creating the inner layers. Gonna keep going around until you get to the end, which is gonna be this last layer of slabs right here. So when you guys know that you have done it right, it should look like this. So this is the back roof. This is kind of the more complicated one because it's such a weird shape. So I apologize for messing up a few times there, guys. But like I said, it's just a weird shape. And this back part's kind of just a weird kind of roof kind of a deal. So that's on me, guys. I really do apologize. But we're going to keep going. So we're going to go over to the side of the house over here. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to take out this, and we're going to grab some stone stairs. So we're going to grab our stone stairs, and we're going to go all the way across until we get to this point. We're going to go like this. So you're going to grab this stair, you're going to face it this way. Alright guys, so then you're going to grab your stone slabs, and you're going to go down across until you get to this point. When you get to this point, you guys are going to need a polished diorite slab. This polished diorite slab is going to go like this. Then it's going to go like that. And we're going to grab 2 more diorite blocks. Just grab that quick. And it's going to go like this. Like this. And you're going to basically be creating kind of the outline that we originated with, but with kind of slabs. So, yeah. But, yeah. We're going to create this little shape here. I'm going to do the little white piece first, and then we'll do the roof part. Because if I keep going and I keep skipping it, it's going to look kind of funny. So I don't want to do that to you guys like I did earlier. So we're going to create this. We're going to go out. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. But yeah, so realistically, you guys are just following the outline you guys did below. So, and then I'll just show you guys when you guys have those different pieces. So now we're gonna have diorite block. I'm gonna go 1, and then another diorite block like that. And we're gonna go 2, and then we're gonna have a diorite block once again. Or maybe I'm wrong. Oopsie doopsie. We've made too many oopsie doopsies todaysies. Right? So you're gonna go like this, and you're just gonna wrap this around and just follow that outline that you guys already created. And you're gonna have one last one right, right there. And you're gonna grab your slab, and you're gonna follow this outline once again. Once you do that, you're gonna have a block here. Here, and then it's going to match right up to here. This is where you guys are going to create the kind of the outer part. So I'm not going to go too crazy. We'll actually count that real quick for you guys, because this isn't slabs. This is when it gets into like your concrete blocks. So if you guys just want to mark it, it's like block. Right here, it's gonna be like a dot right here. So if you guys want to mark that awning, that's how it's gonna go. And then basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab the diorite wall once again. Grab this guy, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna go like this, and this guy should actually line up right here, and it's gonna look like this. So it looks kind of weird, kind of goofy. Just kind of trust the process with me, guys. Trust the process. But yeah, this is going to be a stair, but we'll get into that later. So you're going to grab your diorite wall, you're going to go around, and basically you're just going to link all this up. So what I didn't show you guys is that all these little pieces are actually like concrete. So it actually looks like doopsie doopsie. So all these little pieces are going to look like this. So you're going to add 1 to all of these little corner spots, just like that. Right? So you're going to add 1 to all those spots. And the reason why you do that is because basically you do it like this. So you're going to diagonal it, and it's all going to connect into one solid. You know you're doing it right is if all of it stays connected, like a little snake, if that makes sense to you guys. So kind of keep the snake connected, and it goes all the way to the back, just like that. So up like this, and up like that. So if you guys have it right, that's what it should look like. Nothing too crazy, nothing too hard. We're just creating this little awning piece so that we can keep going. And yeah. Alright, so once you guys get to this point, you're going to get this little corner piece like we did earlier, and we're going to grab our cobblestone. And our cobblestone is going to create a layer around our little thing. Actually, we're going to do this real quick. So this goes out like this. That's actually not there. It's gonna go like this. So if you guys want to do this real quick, we're gonna add a diorite slab just like this. So we have these little pieces so that they're all connected together. We're making that little snake, just like we did earlier. Down there, we're gonna do that here. So like I said, you're literally just following this little white outline that we just did. So this is gonna snake all the way around. So you're gonna grab your stone slabs, and you're gonna go all the way around. Just like that. We're not gonna mess with this little spot yet because that's where the awning comes in, and we don't really want to touch the awning just quite yet. So we're gonna grab our cobblestone, and this is gonna go out by 2, right? So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go like this. We're gonna create a little squiggly down just like that. That's gonna beat up just like this. Yeah. It's gonna meet up just like this. It's basically gonna just be a 2. So it goes 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 all the way around. So 2, 2 all the way around. So just like that. It's going to be a 2 all the way around, and then you're going to follow it up by the rest with the slabs. So you're going to grab your slab, and you're going to go all the way around. Just like this. Grab your slab, put an extra little stone thing right here if you want. White concrete if you want to fill that real quick. And you're just going to go all the way around. Alright, so now that you have this kind of front porch set up, alright, we're going to get to the little canopy thing, and then what we're going to probably do is save the next part for the next part of the video. So we're going to do the canopy real quick, and then once we finish the canopy, we're going to end this part of the video. So now what you're going to do is once you have this part, you're going to go grab some polished diorite. You're going to go grab some polished diorite here and some slabs. So you want a stair, a slab, and yeah. So then you also want to grab this. And we won't really worry about it too much right away, but basically this, you're going to grab your wall. This is going to go up by 4, right? Once you get to this 4, it should be right here, right? So this part should line up, and it's going to be the same over here. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, just like that. It's going to be like this. Oops. Just like that. So you're creating this little piece downstairs, or well, down here. You're going to create this little piece. This is going to go all the way up. This is going to go all the way up. Oops. I'll put a stair here. Oopsie. Anyways, you're going to grab your slab. You're going to take this all the way across, and you're going to do the same over here. This slab is not going to line up over here. That is simply because it kind of sticks out a little bit, and it kind of makes a little sharp turn. So what you're going to do is you're going to grab this piece right here. This is going to go up by 3, and this is going to be a little polished diorite right here. When you get to this part's going to take a left turn like this, and you're going to grab some white concrete, and you're going to take this to the wall, right? So it just looks like this. You're going to take your white concrete, you're going to layer it just like that, right? Then what you're going to do is you're going to grab your polished diorite. You're going to start, well, we'll start on this side. So you're going to grab your polished diorite, and what we're going to do is we're going to just drag it around the edge and create this little trim here. just like that, right? This is going to be like that. So your little slab turns into a stair in this corner. All right, so once you do that, we're basically going to create the same little squiggly that we did at the back of the house in the front of the house. So you're going to go, the stone is going to go all the way around, and it's going to squiggly just like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to grab our cobblestone, and it's going to squiggly just like that. Nothing too crazy. It should line up. So we're going to do an extra one right here. And then your 2 should go into this next part just like this. So it goes like this. Oops. It's going to go around. And it's going to line up just like that. So you'll have this little shape. And what you're going to do is grab your cobblestone and you're just going to fill the rest of this in. This kind of helps out so that if you guys wanted to do like a chandelier, which I did on the inside, you guys can if you really want to. So this kind of sets up that little porch section. I'll actually do this little spot real quick if you guys really want to do it. But basically what I did is you have your little spot just like this. And what I did is I grabbed my white concrete, dragged this across to line it up with there. And then what you could do is you can grab some gray concrete and some white concrete, and you're basically just going to do this. You're going to create a little square like this, and then a little white, just like that. Alright, and you're going to grab some dark oak, and you're going to place it like this. So don't worry about that for right now. We'll add the lighting and all that stuff later, but we're already way past time on this part of the video. So we're gonna in the next part of the video we're gonna do the window seals and then slowly start to work on the roof on the upper part of the house and including the 3rd floor. So stay tuned for part 3, guys. I know this is a long series. Just kind of stay tuned with it. If you guys are enjoying the tutorial so far, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more future tutorial videos. But without further ado, I will see you guys in part 3, or the next part. So. For the land.